We're diving into the absolutely incredible true story of Yan Diomandé's historic rise to Real Madrid. And after that, we'll be rounding up the most explosive football news from August 2026. Let's get right into it and look at a moment where childhood dreams literally intersect with record-breaking reality.
Section 1. A Real Madrid Dream, From Fan to Phenom.
You know, it's pretty rare that we actually get to see the exact starting point of a superstar's journey. But here we are. TNT Sports recently shared a childhood photo of a young boy growing up in Ivory Coast. He idolized the sport and one specific player so intensely that he literally took a pen and handwrote the name of his hero, Cristiano Ronaldo, straight across the back of his Manchester United shirt. This isn't just a cute story, right? It's a huge testament to global fandom. I mean, we've all been that kid in the backyard pretending to be our favorite player. But for this kid, the pretending was really just the warm-up.
Now, there is just a wild juxtaposition between that dreaming kid and the 19-year-old phenom today. Because that boy was Yan Diomandé, and he just made his official competitive debut for Real Madrid. And you want to know the icing on the cake? The moment he stepped off the pitch, he got an Instagram follow from the Don himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. No way, right? Diomandé is now playing for the exact same club where his childhood idol built his greatest legacy. It's an absolute fairy tale.
Section 2. Rising Star at Leipzig, the data behind the dream.
But let's be real, Diomandé didn't reach the Santiago Bernabeu on dreams and a handwritten shirt alone. You don't just get handed that famous white kit without earning it, and boy did he earn it. He produced some of the most exciting, frankly devastating football on the planet last season, easily becoming European football's most wanted teenager. Just look at his 2025-2026 resume with Leipzig. He played 36 matches across all competitions, racking up 13 goals and 10 assists. That crazy output crowned him the best young player in the German league. But he definitely didn't stop there. He took all that momentum straight onto the global stage, becoming a massive breakout star for Ivory Coast at the 2026 World Cup. So what you should take away from this is simple. Madrid isn't just buying potential. They are buying a proven, high-impact teenager who is already dominating top-tier defenders.
Section 3. The record-breaking transfer, securing the future.
So, what exactly does it cost to secure a generational talent to be the cornerstone of manager Jose Mourinho's brand new project in Madrid? Well, a staggering 125 million euros, and that's before add-ons. Major reports are noting that this deal is potentially the most expensive in Real Madrid's immensely rich history. Seriously, think about the legends that have walked through those doors over the decades and let that sink in for a second. 125 million euros for a 19-year-old. It's mind-blowing.
But this massive investment is built strictly for the long haul. Madrid isn't looking for some quick fix here. They finalized this blockbuster deal in August 2026 to immediately integrate him into Mourinho's notoriously demanding tactical system. And to protect this massive investment, they've locked the young winger in on a huge 7-season contract. So he is tied to the club until June 30, 2033. They are essentially securing the next decade of their attacking front line in one massive swoop.
Section 4. Around the Football World, the August 2026 Digest. Now, while Diomandé is living an absolute fairy tale and settling into his new life in Spain, the rest of the sport never sleeps. So, let's shift gears and speed through the massive headlines shaking up the rest of the football world right now. First up, Madrid is actually navigating some pretty serious behind-the-scenes drama. There's a major conflict brewing over Kylian Mbappé. His entourage strongly disagrees with the club's medical staff regarding an injury diagnosis, and they absolutely do not want him rushed back for their massive clash against Manchester City. Meanwhile, Vinicius Jr. has had to issue a public apology to the Brazilian influencer Virginia Fonseca over some leaked chats. And if that wasn't enough of a distraction, Jose Mourinho is taking a public stand for Vinicius, claiming that rival teams are actively coordinating to bully the Brazilian star on the pitch.
And speaking of Mourinho, he's already making typical Mourinho waves. Never one to mince words, he bluntly criticized his squad's performance after a recent 2-2 friendly draw with Italian side Fiorentina. He flat out stated, "I saw three faces of Real Madrid, and this player is poor," openly singling someone out in his own ranks. It really just shows the intense, unrelenting pressure cooker environment that Diomandé is stepping into.
Moving over to rival camps, it's really a tale of two extremes at Barcelona right now. They are facing an absolute tragedy with their young Spanish star Lamine Yamal ruled out for the entire rest of the season due to a nightmare hamstring injury. On the flip side, though, they are witnessing a miraculous career revival from Marcus Rashford. Pundit Troy Deeney noted that Rashford got a reality check, claiming nobody cares about him at Barca, and that's actually exactly why he's thriving after escaping his Manchester United hell. And, well, speaking of United, their bad luck just continues. They literally lost a key star defender to a calf injury mere hours before kickoff against Everton. Tough break.
Wrapping up our rapid-fire global digest, Joey Veerman had a fairly mixed Super Cup debut for Borussia Dortmund. Over in the media world, Thierry Henry literally had to hide his face behind his notes after Kate Abdo made an embarrassing mistake on the CBS Champions League broadcast. And finally, some huge market news. A major Liverpool transfer for frustrated PSG star Ibrahim Mbaye has totally collapsed, leaving him looking for a shock move elsewhere.
But let's bring it all back to our main story today. We have a kid who wrote a legend's name on his shirt who is now being tasked with becoming a legend himself. With a €125 million price tag hovering over his head, an infamously demanding manager in Jose Mourinho, and his childhood idol Cristiano Ronaldo watching his every move, will Yan Diomandé handle the immense pressure and write his own legendary chapter in the history of Real Madrid? It is the ultimate test of potential versus reality, and you better believe the whole world is watching.